This show is part of the Trans Podcaster Visibility Initiative.
Sasha?
Hey, yo, what's up?
Something is, different about you. I can't put my finger on them. I mean, it.
You better hadn't tried to lay a finger on them, okay?
Wait a minute. Oh my god.
Yeah, my simian buddy, I won a breastform vest from crossdressshow.com through our friend and fellow YouTuber Rin Senpai. So yeah, we won, and now I gotta review these girls.
So, what exactly were you using before for breasts?
Well, let me show you guys.
These are the type of forms I normally wear with a pocket bra. There's a couple different shapes and sizes I can use depending on the cut of the outfit or dress. However, if I want to wear something that shows some more cleavage with a little bit more va-va-voom, well, this breastform vest is a little bit more useful. Obviously, so tell us a little bit more about this new vest.
These can certainly be a little interesting for adding something extra to my look.
But these certainly aren't without their flaws. These just came in a Ziploc bag inside a big old brown shoebox. No instructions, no care, no usage details, no nothing. What few people don't know about latex is, if you don't take the proper precautions and care, it can cause chafing and blistering while wearing these appliances. I wore these one night to the nightclub just to see what damage could happen. So, what happened?
For starters, I wound up with huge blisters around my neckline and my sides just for wearing these one night at the pub.
So, in conclusion, if you're going to use something like these, I strongly recommend powdering yourself and the inside of the appliance with lots of baby powder. Personally, I use a cheap Gold Bond knockoff. Does the trick and limits chafing. Is there anything else you would recommend if someone uses this product?
As you can see from what I'm wearing, you need to take the breastform seams into consideration. Definitely want something to hide and obscure the neckline like a good solid choker, and definitely something to hide the shoulders. Definitely no crop tops because it ends right about here.
Unlike how Cross-Dress Show shows this product on a two-piece bikini, it would not be recommended that way. Unless you know a good makeup artist who can hide the shoulder, arm, neck, and belly seams. And I wouldn't dare get this thing wet given how chafing and blistering is with just regular wear. To think Ren suggested maybe using this for cosplay at conventions? Yeah, if it takes more than 3 hours, don't use it. Stick with regular breast forms and a pocket bra. So, what would this normally cost someone?
Can you believe that they say these cost $1,000? Granted, crossdressshow.com says they have them discounted at $599.99.
Granted, silicone and latex aren't exactly cheap, but hell, you could make your own for far less than their so-called discounted $599.99. You can get breastform vests cheaper elsewhere, like on eBay, Wish, iOffer. But on either of those sites, you can run into problems. But it's a lot better than dropping over half a G or a G for something that, if you aren't careful with, will wind up giving you blisters, chafings, and let's be honest, it isn't a seamless solution. So what about Cross-Dress Show itself?
Okay, here's where we have some real problems with crossdressshow.com. Now, Ren Senpai addressed some of this in her video.
Now, before we go any further, there are some terms for what we do on this website that some people do not agree with using at all. Some words I don't like to use as well. I don't really like saying sissy. I don't really like saying transvestite. I don't like saying those words anymore. Some people who are watching this might still do that, and that's fine as long as we're being respectful. As long as if you do this as a fetish primarily, I don't care. That's as long as you keep it to yourself. I'm not here to judge you. I'm not here to police how you should use your words, but as long as you respect me, then we're Gucci.
But it's more complex than all of that. You can just look at the site and see some of the tags it uses. Hell, a cursory web search for it will bring up other sites and people associated with them that use some questionable tags for the transgender community, such as tranny, she-male, ladyboy, sissy, trap, and more. Many of us in the trans community feel that these words are not only dated, but explicit and borderline slurs. They give a misconception of our community, and in some cases, because of those misconceptions, have led to women like myself's deaths. That's pretty bad. No, in fact, that's fucking horrible.
Now, keep in mind, none of this is against Rin Senpai. This is more focused on crossdressshow.com itself. It's one thing if they want to cater to the transgender, non-binary, crossdresser, and crossplay communities, but to utilize some terms that are dated, potential slurs, and ones that are just flat out problematic is something they really need to shy away from.
Well, that's very understandable.
Yes, it would normally be understandable, but for crossdressshow.com to take a personal dig at the number of views and subscribers I have on my channel because I don't use their suggested terms and words and tags, I'm not going to use slurs on my channel.
They repeatedly sent me emails non-stop. Emails like, did I receive the package? When are you going to get the package? Have you reviewed it yet? Have you tried it yet? When will you review it? But the icing on the cake, suggesting I use those horrible slurs to increase my views and subs as tags? I'm sorry, but I take extreme exception to that. You're goddamn right. That's not what you or I am about.
Goddamn right that's not what I'm about. I do this web show and podcast because I love horror, sci-fi, movies, video games, cartoons, and I can do all that while being a visible representation of the transgender community online.
There's a reason why I'm not only a part of the Trans Podcaster Visibility Initiative, but I also represent it. And it ain't to propagate slurs and misconceptions about my community. That simple. So the site's transphobic issues and the blistering of the product aside, do you recommend this breastform vest?
It's a tough one for sure. It's nice to expand my wardrobe a little bit until I can get some natural or augmented girls of my own, but at an almost $600 price tag?
Hey, but it's marked down from $1,000 after all.
Supposedly $1,000 EM. Supposedly. But there are cheaper solutions that you can find online, either through wish.com or eBay. No need to write off half your paycheck to get a pair of these. But it is certainly nice to have won these from Rin Senpai.
Though I won't lie, it almost seems like the model that she received was far better than the one I got, since hers seems to have a higher cut on the neckline and some removable yet hard inserts. So I'm taking it you don't recommend these at all?
Not at $1,000, not at even supposedly over half that. I mean, hell, I wore these to work once and got a dress code violation.
Get out of here, you've got to be fucking kidding me.
No, seriously. Same dress, little gray sweater job I've worn countless other times to work, no issue. But with these girls, everybody lost their mind.
Wow, that certainly sounds like policing women's bodies to me.
It's a living. But at the end of the day, I'm grateful to have won these. I just personally wouldn't go out of my way to drop $1,000 or $500 or slightly over $500 to own a pair of these. Especially considering all of the trouble that Crossdress Show gave me just to make this video, and then all of the slurs that are on their site that they also expected me to tag this video with.
But outside of all of that, Rin Senpai is still cool, right?
Nah, Rin's still cool. Go and check her out here on YouTube. It's Rin Senpai. I'll have links down below. Worth checking out. But outside of that, you can also check out my tits too, as always, here on the Princess of Darkness channel. But I wouldn't go out of my way to pay $50,000 or $1,000 for a pair of these, especially with the way that Crossdress Show looks at our community. Anyways, until next slime, take care.
Creep it real.
And as always, unpleasant screams